evening, and welcome to the Casso Podcast, Episode 8. The Casso Podcast, where independent thinking takes center stage and every viewpoint gets a fair chance, even AJ's.
Did this, Jeff? Did you really write that just to make that joke?
But I did.
Nice.
It's pretty funny. How you doing, buddy?
Not bad. Not bad. Just really busy lately.
Yeah. Well, how's your week going? What did you buy today? Let's get that out of the way. You can put an image too when you show everyone.
Damn right, I'm gonna put an image. Home Depot. I don't know if you've seen for the past couple of years, they've been making like the Halloween and Star Wars or Christmas Darth Vader and whatnot. And then they made a Stormtrooper one year. Well, this year they made a R2D2 one where you could detach the lights and everything and whatnot, and it moves around. And
Dude, it looks like R2, like the real R2D2.
Dude, it's so cool, and it's so it's not. I keep saying it's cheap, but for something, you'll see. I'm putting it up right there.
Yeah.
But you'll see with how cool it looks, and I put that in my living room.
Well, no, it looks like the real R2D2. It's pretty cool, dude.
No, really, I think it was super sick. So I had to drive about an hour away in traffic, go pick it up, get the thing, take it home, set it up, and I was super late today.
It's okay. That's always cool, man.
Well,
I'd be late for that too.
It wasn't like super scheduled today.
Although technically, in about 3 years, I'm gonna have a Tesla C3PO. So
that's fine. Well, dude. Well, so like that's what they're all saying online is watch that C3PO comes out next.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that, dude. Because I have to buy both of them. I have to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
that's fun, and it's life size. It looks pretty cool, man. When you sent me that video, I was like, oh wow, you finally did it. You've talked about it for 25 years.
Yeah. So what's even funnier is I was talking to one of my friends, and I was telling her how I like have all my nerd stuff, everything that I own that's nerdy. And one day, like one day, we're gonna have to do like I'm gonna have to give a tour of all my stuff.
Well,
like,
soon we're gonna actually broadcast the podcast from your place once you get it in order a little bit more.
Yeah.
From your man cave, dude.
Yeah, no.
Because the way you guys set that up now, it looks.
Yeah, shout out Cease. I know she probably doesn't watch this because she's a hater, but
yeah.
Shout out Cease.
Oh yeah, she came, purposely not watches it unless she was like, I'm not watching that.
But shout out Cease. She came over, helped me me get it all in order. Dude. It looks so sick. So one day I'm gonna have to give a whole tour. But I was telling this one of my friends. I was telling her like everything that I have and everything that I've bought is stuff that I wanted since I was a kid. Yeah. Every lightsaber I dreamt about having those things, and now I could slightly afford it. So
well, actually, you have them all. So it's not about not having it or wanting it. You have them all already, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I have way too many.
That's good. That's good.
What about your week, Dad?
Well, it started off with a heart attack on the Bronco game on Sunday. Oh man, dude! But it also put me in that frame of mind. I know now. Bo Nix, that's the real deal right there. I'm wearing my Super Bowl 50 champion hat. We're going 10 years later in the same city. We're going back. Even that, look at that bling. That's some ice.
I'll put in a bigger picture.
Yes, put it in there because that's the Super Bowl 50 championship ring. I'm feeling it, buddy. I mean, how did you feel about the game? Let's talk a little bit about the game, and then we'll get into it a lot more when we talk NFL and picks. But that Bronco game, literally, I'm not playing. It was the craziest. And we've been to playoff games and we've seen a lot here and there and history. I mean, obviously the Broncos have been around 66 years. Blah 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 blah. That's in the top 3, if not number 1 for me. It was just crazy. And we were talking. Obviously, you got off work. You were at the bar. You were working. Then you got off work, and then you were able to come sit with me the last about 3 or 4 minutes.
Not really. I was still working, which that's a whole story. Yeah.
Your boss is like, you're still on the clock. But
no, like, what are you doing? I was like, dude, there's 2 minutes left. Leave me alone.
But everybody, all the wait staff, everybody was watching the game.
Oh, yeah.
And so it was like, I mean, but to watch that, it was amazing. I mean, it was one, not again just because it's the Broncos. I mean, I would say that if it was any team, but just to score 33 points in the last quarter, that's the first time that's ever happened. What was really cool is we scored 33 points. Demaryius Thomas passed away. It was Demaryius Thomas Day at the stadium. He passed away when he was 33. Our first 2 touchdowns was an 8-point touchdown and an 8-point touchdown.
Cortland Sutton
had 88 yards receiving. It was cool. It was like he was. Not that I believe he was there. I mean, to be real honest with you, yeah. But to have it affect the game like that, and then to like show itself in the score and in
the time and
the time,
crazy.
I mean, it was like the time he caught the pass again.
You always talk about there. That's okay.
You always talk about the Steelers playoff game, yeah.
That might be my favorite. Not my favorite, but one of my favorite moments with my dad was like I liked football. I thought it was cool. I played it, but I never really like I understood enough, right?
Yeah.
Like, but not heartache, not emotional highs and lows of football. I just enjoyed watching
not psychotic like your dad.
Yeah. So I was into it, but not as crazy as whatnot. So
Yeah.
my dad was like, "Hey, I got us tickets to the Pittsburgh game, wild card weekend." Crazy. After we went to a couple games throughout that season, Tim Tebow was lighting it up in the fourth quarter, and that kind of made me like, this is cool.
That Jets game in Denver, that was cool.
This is cool. Football is cool. And then I remember like same thing almost. It was like it was a hard watch. Not the entire time was fun, just like on Sunday. There was ups and downs, and then somehow we got us into overtime against Big Ben and
a
the Steelers.
good Steelers team.
And I was like, when we were going to the game, I think you were telling me like, don't have high hopes. Like
we're probably gonna lose.
Don't expect a lot. Cool, whatever. And so then we go, and first play of overtime, so the end zone, we're on this side, and the boys are right here. So I mean, we're right in the middle, but closer to the side that the boys are at.
Yeah.
And he throws that pass, and like my dad picks me up, some random guys pick me up, and we're all celebrating. I got beers to the face a couple times. We're freaking out, cheering. That was probably one of the coolest memories. Like he's been, that was what, 10 years ago?
Yeah, 12 into 13, so about a little while. But I even picked you up on Sunday, dude. I couldn't. I had to celebrate somehow, so I picked you up in front of everyone. They're like, "Why are you picking up your 25-year-old son?" I don't know.
I was gonna say
it felt like the right thing to do.
Yeah. You know, my dad picked me up at my job, by the way, because again, I'm still
you're at work on the clock.
Yeah, but like I don't really try to curse at work because I think it's super unprofessional. Right?
It is.
But then that whole game, I was like,
well, it was awful.
I was like a sailor back there, dude. And then
yeah.
we were shout out my manager. I highly doubt she watches this, but just to prove how stressful it was we were. I think they just scored that last touchdown with Jackson Dart, and I was like, all right, this is it. Like we lost, and then they run it back to like the 30. Can't leave now. And my boss came up to me once. She goes, hey, you know, it's time for you to go, get off the clock, whatnot. And I was like, I get it. Give me just a second. Then she comes back. Hey, it's time to get off the clock. There's high emotions, dude. I turned to her. I said, you could adjust my time or give me a minute. And then back to the game. And then she didn't bug me for the rest of it.
That was funny.
Yeah, I couldn't walk away from it, dude. And what's weird about the bar too was it wasn't super busy, but busy enough to, you know, have some movement.
It actually was pretty dead, like the first 3 quarters, and even the fourth quarter they were doing. I mean, they had that Bud Light people come in and did the cornhole and stuff like that, but nobody was really watching the game. Well, when we scored and it was whatever to 8, I was like, dude,
19 or whatever,
and then 16, and I was like, no, it's still not gonna happen.
And then we got that pick.
And then I was like, okay, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, no,
I was like,
dude, I was getting
that's
hyped.
It. Yeah.
Well, because they scored, and then my other boss, he's a big Chargers fan.
Yeah.
And he had the Chargers lost on Sunday as well.
They got spanked.
And I was telling him, I was like, hey man, at least we both lost today.
Yeah.
And he looked at me and he said, at least my team knows how to score points. And I was like, good one, because it was pretty close between the Colts and the Chargers, you know. So I was like, all right, I'll take that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, of course, he walked out as soon as we scored that first touchdown. Then he wasn't there for the rest of it. So I made sure to text him about who's on top of the AFC West right now.
Good. I'm glad he recognizes. But yeah, we had to show off a little bit. And man, we're 5-2, leading the AFC West. We're going to be the number 1 seed here in about 3 weeks after we get mowed through these teams. And I know I keep talking a lot of crap like I did against the Giants, but now we should be if we're who I think we are, we should be on a path to destroying the Cowboys and destroying whoever gets in our way in the next 3 or 4 weeks.
We got some challenges. You know, we can't play fourth quarter ball and expect to win every time.
No, but I mean, if we play like that the whole game, there aren't a lot of teams that can beat us.
No.
So let's, I guess let's get into a little bit. I want to talk about just to kind of recap the No Kings protests. Tell me what you thought. Did you think it went well? We had 8 million. I said 6 million on Saturday and Sunday. Now they're saying 8 million. There were 8 million protesters. over 2,600 events. They weren't just like in the major cities. They were in a lot of places. They were in a lot of red places. There was a lot of people in red states that were protesting. It wasn't just in big blue cities or cities like Denver and Boulder.
Yeah, no, I think it was a good thing. I think it was
Yeah,
super good for regardless on what side you're on, you know, if you had a problem,
yeah,
I think that the only way to have a voice about it is nonviolent, and thank goodness, at least from what I've heard, it hasn't. Nobody was violent.
yeah.
Nobody caused a scene. They weren't breaking stuff. They weren't burning stuff. It was just, you know.
But given especially with a lot of the stuff that I didn't go to the protest in Denver or the one in Adams County just because I'm old. I mean, seriously, I didn't.
Mm,
It was one of those things. It was all windy and stuff. I was like, I'm not going to go out. But do you think that those type of social movements are as effective as they were like in the 1960s? Because a lot of the stuff that we did online, I mean, I had over 10,000 views on the posts that I put on Facebook, and a lot of people are saying, "Hey, that's a legitimate way to fight too, to fight back
mm-hmm.
against oppression. Is just say, hey, look, if we all organize and we're telling people, hey, don't be violent. Hey, if you see somebody that's acting up, report them to the police immediately. Those kind of things. Do you think that
Yeah,
that it still has meaning, like it did, like during the civil rights movement?
I think it has meaning to us. However, I don't think it has meaning to administration where it counts.
That's where I was going to
And
say.
because I don't know if you saw that
There's two,
that AI video, that was
yeah,
ridiculous.
there's two different meanings. I mean, and
Hmm.
so what do you think that the Trump administration thinks of 8 million of his citizens protesting him? Do you think they think anything of it, or do you
No,
think they actually blow it off?
no,
Uh,
I think they're blowing it off
so I think
completely.
you're right to a point, but I think you're also wrong to a point. So not that you're trying to be wrong or anything like that, but because if they didn't think it was anything, why would they post that video of him in the plane in and of itself? And so the psychology of it, and again, I'm not,
But like
uh,
I haven't, at least I haven't heard that he's made any comment or remark about it at
well,
all.
that's the whole psychology of it. He did that, and he was like, "Got your back, libtards." But he's thinking about it. And so I think it's 50-50. And again, we always go back to that. I think part of the administration and part of people in the administration think, hey, you need to pay attention to this. There's 8 million people out there protesting in the streets. But then I think, like you said, half of his administration, including people like Stephen Miller, are just like, well, who
Yeah,
cares?
oh, whatever.
We have
Okay,
the
people
power.
walking around. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And so I think it's morally good, but objectively, I don't think it really matters that much. I think he's going to still continue to do what he wants, unfortunately, good or bad, but
Yeah.
I think he's going to.
He's honestly, it's going to come to a point, and the point that, and I'm not talking with tinfoil hat on or anything like that, but the only way that the only way that he actually tries and attempts something that's way beyond the Constitution, even let's say something like firing on American citizens and stuff, I think the military would uprise against him, if I'm being real
No,
honest,
absolutely.
just because they've taken that oath.
I think Americans will too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like we said, that 80%, the
yeah.
silent majority in this country is going to be like, enough is enough. Even you can even see kind of the MAGA coalition fraying a little bit too. There's these, and I don't have the names in front of me because I
Well, see
didn't
that.
research it that much, but there's a couple MAGA people that are saying like, hey, dude, come on, you're just a setup for a one world government. You're a setup for corporations. You're a which we all know he's a setup for billionaires. He is a billionaire himself,
Mhm.
and so, but yeah, it's weird. It's just yeah, it's kind of it's something that we haven't seen in American politics again. Like we always get back to, it's kind of like, yeah,
Strange times. But
yeah,
it's like we always say, MAGA is MAGA, but I don't think MAGA is. I don't think most members of MAGA are like the cult. You know what I mean? That everybody says that they are. I think most of them are just super conservative. And then if it came down to it, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Most MAGA would be like, wait a minute, I'm good. Like
yeah,
I can't support this guy.
yeah.
You know, you posted an AI video of. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm sure everybody's seen it. If you haven't, check it out.
It's the president of the United States calling himself King Trump in an F-15, dumping feces on protesters, and then I forget the dude's name. He's like I mean, I follow him on Facebook and stuff like that. I forget his name, but he got the headshot of it, and and he's trying to be funny, which I can appreciate. Again, we've talked about this before. I can
No,
appreciate.
no, you can't be funny like that.
No,
That's
I can
not. You know what I
appreciate
mean?
humor in politics, but there's a point, especially when you're the president of the United States. You're not a state representative acting like an idiot. You know what I mean? It's like you're the you're the most powerful person on earth.
Mm.
Act like it. Yeah,
Yeah, no, that was.
yeah.
Dude, that
And
was
so I think it's going to come down to it. And ICE is even fraying right now. They can't fulfill all the positions that they have open to deport as many people as they want. And so they're getting to a point now, and everybody's failing their physicals and stuff now that Hexeth is putting all these parameters in, and then they're like lowering the standards and this and that. Like I think you have to do a mile and a half in like 14 minutes. I could get up right now and do a mile and a half in 14 minutes.
14 minutes is crazy.
And like 15 push-ups and 25 sit-ups or something. And okay, you're in ice now.
Oh, you could be a part of ICE.
Can you imagine ICE going against our military?
Oh,
if it came down to it, if the military is always going to be on the side of the people, and I firmly believe that. That's why I don't think anything could happen like Nazification or any type of thing that happened in Germany or any of those countries. But if ICE has to go against them, that's what's going to happen. And so I'm going to take my ring off now because it's actually hurting. So we'll say yes to this ICE, no to Trump's ICE.
Oh my God.
That's a zinger, huh?
No, that was the worst one.
Yeah.
I need to
yes to Broncos ICE.
You know what I need to start doing? Having a zinger counter that's up there.
Yes.
Throughout the whole episode, and then
I waited like 4 hours to do that joke.
Oh my God.
It was pretty good.
Yeah,
okay,
no.
So we'll transition into what's really important in this country, not the shutdown or anything, but the ballroom. Marie Antoinette's ballroom being built. Did you see that one when I posted it? Marie Antoinette let them eat cake. Oh my God! You got to, if you remember, and I remember, you need to put that image on the up right here of Trump as Marie Antoinette, or Google it because it's pretty funny.
Oh my God!
But what do you think of the lavish ballroom being built on the east side of the
I think it's just silly.
White House?
I think it's silly. I kind of like, not that I understand it at all, but I think the emphasis on it is pretty ridiculous and pretty like silly in my opinion. You don't need a ballroom. However, if you want one, that's fine too. You know what I mean? I don't think that, and the way that he talks about it, then my great ballroom.
Well,
people will be amazed. It's like, dude, it's just a part of the White House as well. You know what I mean?
Well, we always like to say as Americans that we're not egalitarian, that there isn't an aristocracy that's always run this country, but it's not true. The wealthy landowners, even back then, ran the country and did this and that, but we didn't have those type of formalities like in Western Europe. All the kings having the ballrooms and having people come in for visits and that kind of thing. I mean,
we do that though. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't hate the idea. I just think that it's pretty foolish to make it such a big deal.
It's one of those things, like all things over the last 8 years, son. I hate it because it's his idea. I mean, it's like I don't hate it either. I think it's actually pretty elegant, and it would be nice to have heads of state. You come to the United States and be like, oh wow.
Yeah,
but it's because but because it's his idea. It's like, oh, here we go. It's like a gold toilet in Trump Tower or gold toothbrush or any stupid crap that he does, man. It's like, come on, man. It's just ridiculous.
Dude, I can't wait till it's done so we could see, like, I mean, because they took out the whole West Wing, right?
East Wing. West Wing is where they do the press conferences when we're at war. that's what the West Wing is for. Now the East Wing, albeit, and again, you've never taken a tour of the White House? That's something I need to take you on
because that'd be fun.
I've been there a couple times, and it's just like the whole time you're just like, oh wow, it's so amazing, everything's so amazing. But I don't think that the East Wing is used really for anything, so it was just kind of like sitting there. There's not even like state dinners or anything like that. I think that's all done in the main part.
Yeah, so see what I mean? It doesn't really matter, but the fact that he's making it matters quite foolish.
And I get that he's using private money and this and that, but to do it while the government shut down, that's just it's a slap in the face to workers, man. It really is. And what do you think? I mean,
no, yeah. Hopefully they all get paid for it.
The optics of it doesn't look good, and so.
Dude, I don't know if I said this on the last episode. I don't think so, but speaking about the shutdown and whatnot, and the government workers, one of my friends, she works at DIA.
Sure.
And I was talking to her about it because we haven't seen her in weeks. So then I finally caught up with her, and I was talking to her about it. Said, how is it without the pay? And she says, oh well, I've been here at my job long enough to know that like this happens and whatnot. And I said, oh well, how do you get out of it? She says, like, yeah, I get paid afterwards, but I get paid everything at once, and it's all taxed at once. That's brutal.
That's brutal. It's not fair.
No, that's because instead of taxing the check as it comes in normally, that whatever that big amount is, listen, whatever that big amount is gets taxed from the second.
Sure.
And that sucks.
It's not right. And I'll be the first one to say the government got too big under every administration, especially Republican administrations, not Democratic. that government has gotten too big, and there's a lot of positions that we need to, but to do it this way, it's just disingenuous, and it doesn't look good, and it doesn't feel good. It feels like he's just doing another thing to dump on middle class people.
How many days are we at right now?
I think 22, 20, yeah, 22, 23.
What was the longest?
His in 2019, 46 days or something. Yeah, he wants both. He wants all the records, all the good records,
all the fun ones.
Yeah, and what's happening right now, and they're playing politics with it. And honestly, I think the Democrats are playing politics with it too. But I think it's a good thing that the Democrats are, because right now they could actually eliminate the filibuster. They could go nuclear on the filibuster, which the filibuster is a Senate rule that says that you have to have 60 votes to pass any continuing resolution like the one that's in front of them. And I'm one of those. I'm like a strict constitutionalist. I don't think there should be any rules that are not deeply embedded and imbued and expel. Everything should come from the document itself. And so when you have these type of rules like the filibuster, there's nothing in the Constitution that says it's actually valid. It's something that the Senate put in there. And again, I don't like the Senate anyways because it's not the people's house, but the Senate, it's not fair that Rhode Island has equal representation in the Senate that Colorado does when they have a tenth of our population. Those kind of things.
No, I get you. Yeah, that makes sense.
And so all that administrative stuff. But
it's like that big.
Or Wyoming, seriously.
Yeah.
More people live in Brighton than Wyoming, so they should.
Wow.
I'm joking, but it's like.
Oh, dude, you could tell me the sky was red, and I'd be like, nice.
Yeah. No, but it's like it's really okay. More people live in Adams County than Wyoming.
Yeah.
So take the filibuster out. You don't need it. If you can't pass anything, and sometimes you're going to pass stuff that you don't want to let pass, and sometimes you're going to not. Blah 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 blah. All it is an antiquated rule to keep people in line and to keep the system in line. Mm-hmm. We need to get rid of that, but that's why the Republicans aren't going to do it, because they want to keep that in line just in case things happen when they're back in the minority and this and that. And so it goes back and forth. It's not exclusive to the Republicans or the Democrats, but it just needs to go that way. We can start doing business again, because if they only needed 50 votes, they have them in the Senate. And in the House, they've actually lost 4 votes, and so they need to get 4 Democrats in the House even, to my understanding. And so you can kind of blame it on Democrats, but they don't want the subsidies for Obamacare to go away. Who wants to have everybody that's on Obamacare get their premiums raised 300%? I mean, that doesn't make any sense either. We don't do that to people. We don't give them something. It's like, and again, it goes kind of back to immigration. The system has been set up, and it was set up after Ronald Reagan did amnesty in 1987. He gave blanket amnesty to everybody that was here at the time, but we never fixed the system after that. And that goes for Democrats and Republicans. Clinton talked about it. Baby Bush talked about it. Obama talked about it. Obama actually had the Democrats, and they passed the Affordable Care Act. They actually could have done something about immigration at the time too, and I wish they had. That way we wouldn't be debating this, because we don't want our borders open. We don't want that southern border open, especially where terrorists and all these type of people can come in, and we have no tracking of them and stuff like that. But we also don't want to kick kids and women that are coming here for a better life like everybody else did. Everybody else that lives here.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like that same thing.
It's a rocky boat. It really is. Especially some.
What's funny is when they're starting to look at the midterms next year, and they're starting to do redistricting, fake redistricting, because that's only supposed to happen after the census comes out every 10 years. But now all the red states like Texas and all them are doing it. Okay, well, Newsom is like, okay, well, we'll counter it and stuff like that. But what they're really saying is that we don't think you're smart enough to not vote your political party. And that's something that Democrats need to be saying to Republicans and Republican voters right now, is that your own party doesn't think you're smart enough not to vote for them. And that's a kick in the you-know-what. And I think we need to use this platform and many other platforms to get that voice out, because that's not right. You should be able to vote whoever you want. In my opinion, the better candidate should win no matter the party.
Yep, that we go back to that every week.
Yeah, we go back to that every week. So let's go back to it again, son. It's a sham, and it's a sham that's been perpetrated on the American people for too long. And so we're going to use this platform to say, hey, get rid of the filibuster and stop trying to redistrict. Seriously, stop trying to redistrict. Wait until the census comes out in 2030 and do what you can. So you win some, you lose some. That's America. Stop taking away America from us. I don't see how immigrants are taking away America from us. I don't see how anyone's taking away America from us. The Republicans and MAGA are taking away America from us, so stop doing it.
Yikes.
That's my rant of the week.
Not a bad one.
No, it's not a bad one, because honestly, most Republicans I know agree with that.
Anyways.
Well, I wouldn't say most Republicans, but anybody that actually thinks about it and deliberates about what it means to be an American actually agree with that.
Dude, so it's been a pretty slow week with news lately.
It has.
I'm on everything all the time, and I haven't seen much this week.
No, so let's get in, let's get into the scary part. Let's get into Three Eye Atlas again. Ooh.
You know what's funny?
Can you play some scary music while we do that on the?
You know what's funny is everybody that, not everybody, but a lot of people that in my regular life are like, "Did you see that thing about three ILS shit?"
Yeah.
No, I haven't, but I'm sure my dad has. Is what I say that because
Well, Avi Loeb, our friend from the Harvard astrophysicist, he said something this week. He's like, you better do everything you can before October 29th. I don't know what he meant by that, and he has not put it in any
ew.
context. I know. And right, okay, here's you'll get a kick out of this. You know why NASA isn't sending any data feed, or any pictures or anything from the James Webb Telescope?
Why?
Because they're shut down right now, and there aren't any scientists analyzing the data because we're in a government shutdown.
How convenient.
Now, if it were,
Something's added up.
yeah, if it were going to come, and we're going to come while our defenses were down. Now, China China actually has satellites around Mars. When it passed, the comet actually passed by a Chinese and a Taiwanese satellite, and they're not sharing the data either. And so it's just really peculiar. I thought there'd be a lot more information on it. And what's happening to me, I don't know if this happens to you some, but I want to actually talk about this because I'm sure it happens to a lot of you people out there. My algorithm is giving me like fake news. It's like giving me news that seems legitimate, and it will even take me. And I try to read through it. It's like, oh, Avi Loeb said this, and then I'll try to read through it, and it's like legitimate news sources too, like Newsweek and Time and that kind of stuff. So it's not like these.
So how do you know it's fake?
Well, it's not fake. It's just not. It's not complete. And so when I get to it, it's like I can't make any conclusions based on what I'm reading. So I think my algorithm is just telling me what I want to hear, which I think that's what it's made to do. But I'm getting tired of it. I don't want to hear just what I want to hear. I want to hear what's out there. And so they're like, oh well, look up stuff that you normally. Okay, I can do that, or and waste my time doing that, or look up stuff. I want to get real, information and data and be able to use that and process it. And so I think my algorithm, especially on Facebook and X and Instagram, I think it's really messing with me. What do you think? Do you ever get that feeling? Obviously, there are mics on our phones or listening to us and this and that, but do you ever get the feeling that the algorithm is actually trying to get something over on you? Because I know I sound like seriously, that's tinfoil hat stuff, but I'm not joking.
How do I want to say this without exposing myself? Okay, so like, no, I guess like I'll tell you off camera, but
don't be embarrassed, dude. I mean,
no, because
I'll be on.
what's going on inside of life, my Instagram has been like,
Oh, got it.
Obviously, like I'm not openly,
Yeah.
talking out loud about what's going on in my life, but somehow it just knows,
Yeah.
and it's just video after video after video.
Okay, I know what you're saying. But
it is brutal, but it's the same thing. To dumb it down and to not talk about everything else. Like there'll be times where either I'll listen to Star Wars at the gym because I like doing that a lot, or I'll throw something on the TV, which my TV is connected to my Google, so it's really like it makes sense.
Yeah.
But I'll do something like that, and then for the next 2 days, it's just nothing but Star Wars stuff, nothing but links, nothing but places to buy lightsabers, nothing but everything Star Wars, and that happens consistently all the time. And Instagram's even worse. Instagram. So okay, here's an example. Me and my friends are going out soon, and we've been talking about it, whatnot, back and forth. And now my Instagram is just full of like people partying and people going out and people having fun, and it's just like, yeah. I just talked about it. I'm not liking anything with partying. I'm not commenting or saving anything. So it doesn't. That has always. I keep hitting that. That has always worried me.
Be careful, it'll drop, buddy.
Oh no, we're good. That has always worried me.
Yeah, it's always been a concern, like the microphones listening to you, blah blah this and all that. But I know it's just for they want to sell
Dude,
stuff.
Have you seen like those people when the algorithm, like any algorithm first came out, like especially Facebook? There's this couple they posted online. I forget. I don't remember when it came out, but I think I just started high school, so long time ago.
It has been. I just thought of that.
And they were like, their phone was placed in the middle of them, and they go, "Man, we need to go get cat food." how low are we on cat food? Our cat needs food, and they kept saying that like 2 or 3 times a day.
Yeah.
And then sure enough, go on Facebook, and it's nothing but cat food
Yeah.
recipes, cat food like
Yeah.
at the store. They never owned a cat.
Yeah.
So I remember when that came out, and we were all like,
Yeah.
the phone's watching, listening.
It's scary, but again, I don't even mind all that. I understand what the purpose is. They want to sell us crap and blah 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 that. But I really feel like especially even my AI, my proximity, it's like messing with
Dude,
me. It's
do you remember that time we were in the car?
I was fighting with him. I said, "You punk."
You were fighting with your AI. Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so funny.
Oh, that was a long time ago, huh?
Yeah, that was a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And we were getting cigars, and
oh yeah,
you guys just going back and forth and back, just arguing like a married couple. It's hilarious, dude.
It is funny. Yeah, but the comment that, I mean, there's no data on it, and that's weird because I mean you would think, especially now that it's close, but they think that once it goes behind the sun, if it comes back, obviously we have a problem. But I don't want to wait till that moment. That's like that's like Armageddon.
Dude, I'm not going outside on October 29th.
We're waiting too long.
I think I work that day. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not going to work.
Yeah,
I'm not ready for that.
I don't know why they keep saying October 29th too, because that's when it actually kind of I think it goes behind the sun, and then, but they say if it goes behind the sun like that and comes back around, that will be like in November or December.
Well, okay, so here's my question of the day for you. We were having this question and debate last night.
No.
What do you think is scarier, the ocean or space?
Space.
Why? Because I agree.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants to say, and that's a question. Leave it in the comments.
Yeah.
What do you think is scarier, space or the ocean?
I think they're both pretty damn scary, but I have to say space just because the conceptuality of it. Yeah, it's just way bigger. Yeah.
Thank you. And everybody's like, oh, well, there's only 5% of the ocean that's discovered. Okay, but like whatever lives on this planet can't be that scary because it lives on this planet.
Yeah.
Whatever lives in space, we don't know.
Unless the Leviathan is down there. Ooh.
Megalodon.
Atlantis.
Megalodon. But see, like
I can avoid him by just staying right here.
Yeah, right. Like
I can't avoid a laser if it hits the Earth.
We're in Colorado. Yeah. Like you can't. If we're that terrified of the ocean, we don't have to go. But if the atmosphere just decides to stop working, then there's nothing we could do about that. There's no hiding from that.
Yeah, if a 12-mile spaceship decides to Death Star us, there's no escaping that one.
Dude, I 100% agree.
No.
Yeah.
So that's where 3i Atlas is. Hopefully, again, I keep saying every week we're gonna have more resolution or more information. And I literally pulled up every article that we've been talking. Nothing. There's nothing to ascertain from those articles except we should be scared. Which, yeah, we should be scared, but I don't think like overtly scared. But if it is a man-made object, that's kind of cool. If you really think about it, it's like that movie Contact where we actually get contacted by.
Oh, the movie Contact. You get contacted. Crazy. Yeah. What a plot synopsis.
But they think that. What's the first image that they saw? Broadcast from Earth, Hitler in the 1936 Berlin Games. So it's like maybe ours is Trump pooping on some podcaster. King Trump.
Oh my god. Did you want to? Yeah, I think it's very good that you give the comment of the week award this week.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, I have to bring it up, but
that's fine. Just make sure your phone's muted. I didn't send it to you because, of course, I didn't.
No. I just got to bring it up because the comment of the week. My wife wins this week. Sonia, you win comment of the week, babe. I owe you $10 at Starbucks. But let's see if I can bring up that comment real quick.
Here,
sorry, I wasn't.
I can do it.
No, I can get it. She just wanted us to talk more about 3i Atlas, so I'm not going to bring it up right now. It's too hard to get there on YouTube. But yeah, she wanted us to talk more about 3i Atlas, which we did. But again, especially for our aunts out there in California, I apologize. I scared the crap out of you that one night when we were talking about it. We really got deep into it, but that's as deep as it's gotten because there's nothing else. So I apologize. But yeah, my wife Sonia wins comment of the week, so she's got a $10 Starbucks gift card coming.
And for all the other winners,
all the other winners that haven't gotten paid.
Yeah, hit me up, dude. Like I don't see you guys enough.
I know.
And you guys won. So but with that being said, too, everybody, please keep commenting. You know, honestly, I'm not opposed to giving somebody the win 2 weeks in a row. Just everybody, I think, should keep commenting. Just because you win once doesn't mean that you should stop commenting.
Yeah.
If you haven't won, try to win.
Yes.
If you have won, win again.
Yes.
So yes. I think keep it up, guys. Keep up the good comments. We obviously read everyone that we get.
And I can link all my 3i Atlas articles there, or I can just text you. I mean, I guess that's easy just to text everyone's phone number I have and just be like, hey, this is what's going on. Mm-hmm. We forget how much technology is at our fingertips.
Scary.
Yeah, when I was a kid, we used to have to.
Cece was telling me the other day, she was watching The Love Boat, and she was telling me that they made a 24-inch TV, and they were all freaking out about it, and they were like, this is the peak of technology. And she was calling me while I was looking at my 75-inch like flat screen, you know what I mean? And I was like, wow, how things are different. I'm talking to you through a computer right now that's in my pocket. Yeah. Obviously, I wasn't alive for all that. I wasn't alive.
Everything. Like every time something came out new, dude, we were like, oh, wow, oh, that's cool. Fax machine, oh, cool.
Wii? Yeah.
Not a Wii. I could play the Wii. A regular Nintendo. We were like, or in television, that's what we had. Oof. Then my dad would get mad. My dad would get mad because I was beating him, and he would turn it off, and I would get so mad at him. He would turn the game off when I was beating him like 44-10, and he'd be like, "Boop!" I'd be like, "Are you serious, dude? Let's play again." He'd get so mad. Yeah, that's funny.
Speaking of which, dude, I'm trying to track down a Wii, dude. So if anybody,
don't I have one still in the box?
Somewhere,
seriously. I'm not even joking.
I need a Wii. That'd be fun.
Well, you got one. Let's find it. Okay, we'll go to our picks and then kind of wrap it up. Talk about the Broncos a little bit more because I think they are on. Seriously, do you think the Colts are going to the Super Bowl? I mean, we're on a Super Bowl trajectory now, and I think that the only team that's in our way in the AFC,
the Chargers and the Chiefs.
Chargers ain't doing nothing, dude. With half their offensive line out and stuff like that. Again, that could happen to us too, but Chargers aren't doing anything. Yeah, they and there's just something wrong with Herbert. I mean, he could not find the end zone last week until the score was a lot closer than it appeared. 30, I think it was 38-24, but it was 38 to something.
38 like 3.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah. So we'll go. Last week, AJ was 9-6, pretty good, buddy. 60%. I, on the other hand, was 12-3, 80%.
I'm not putting up the graphic. I'm not putting up.
Put up that graphic, bud.
I'm not going to.
Because that's way better than anybody in Vegas, buddy.
No graphic.
Come on, stop being a hater, bud.
Graphic is saved for when I win.
I guess it's saved forever then. I guess it's saved till I'm a robot.
Except for that 1 week. Shout out that 1 week. Yeah. If I'm David, you're Goliath when it comes to NFL picks.
It hasn't really made us any money I thought we'd be millionaires by now.
No, dude. And speaking about that, I did my first parlay this week.
I know. You were all proud.
I know, dude.
And I was like, why'd you put anytime touchdown scorers in there?
And I was like, damn, dude. I just spent my rent money on this. No.
I spent $25, dude.
Yeah, $25. It wasn't a big deal, but I was super excited.
Now, did you hit everything except those anytime touchdown scores?
Except for the Broncos on the anytime touchdown scores.
But everything else hit?
Mm-hmm.
See, that's not bad. If you can do that, I mean...
But it was really hard because you're going to tell me that, like, Cortland Sutton wasn't supposed to score a touchdown?
Yeah.
That didn't make any sense. I thought for
sure. The way the game flow did, and that's what happens. That's why I never use that on any of mine because
that's what everybody was telling me. But, like, I would rather do that than yards.
Yeah, but
or especially first time touchdown score. That's terrifying. Oh, yeah. I would never do that.
No. But the yards and remember I said do completions with Baker Mayfield and stuff like that. Those just hit better. They're easier to call given who they're playing and that kind of stuff. But yeah, anytime touchdown scores has taken me down many times. And next time, before you do it, son, run it by me. I'll give you my thoughts.
Just send me yours in the morning on Sundays. Then I'll just match.
It's not that I've won crap this year, but.
I'll tweak it. Whatever.
The last few years have been all right. But
this week I'm coming back for the dub.
We don't have a lot of disagreement this week. We have 3 games, so we'll go over those 3 games, and then we can talk about any game if you want to as well. Miami at Atlanta, and we did it. We went back to the old way of doing it, so AJ could pick his picks before we went on air. So he picked Miami. I picked Atlanta. I liked the way Atlanta played. They just beat Buffalo, who's AJ's team as well. But tell me why you're going to pick Miami this week. Bizarro World or
Yeah,
yeah,
literally. And I think because I don't know, the Falcons have been that way.
Yeah.
Living in that world
Yep.
where it's just
Yep.
1 week they're the best, next week the worst beats them.
Yeah, that's not a bad way to go. But I'm gonna go with what I think, and then go with Atlanta. But okay, the second game that we are in a disagreement on are San Francisco at Houston. AJ has San Francisco. I have Houston. Tell me why you have the 49ers.
I think Brock Purdy's back this week.
It's 50-50.
And if he's back,
but honestly, Mac Jones looks okay.
Yeah,
I mean, they've been tearing it up.
They looked real nice on Sunday night.
I'm actually picking Houston for Bizarre World because they're 2-4. They've looked like crap, back and forth, mostly crap. But that's a Bizarro pick. It's like last week, I missed 3. Maybe I'll miss 2 or 3 this week too.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for agreeing with how good I am.
Okay, so season wide right now, I think I'm 1-5-2. No, 1-4-2, and you're 4-2, 4-1-2.
Possibly, but collective picks is where it's at. And
no. Because if you win the week, then you win the week. However, we tied once, and then we didn't do pick'ems once.
I know.
So that's a tie. You get what I'm saying? I'll put it up.
Yeah, we'll do the graphics. I actually haven't tabulated the season up to point yet, but yeah, don't take any offense on. You're doing good. It's just I'm a master. I'm a master of football, and that means a lot in this world. It doesn't mean anything. Oh, I went 12-3 on my picks. Whoa. What are we doing?
Settle down.
Yeah. What are you doing? You're going crazy, buddy. It's so stupid. But yeah. So then the last game that we that's ridiculous, but that's kind of funny too. But that we disagree on is Green Bay at Pittsburgh. I have Pittsburgh. You have Green Bay. I'm at Pittsburgh at home with Aaron Rodgers. He looks okay. We watched that game the other day, and he looked all right. And tell me what you're going against them, though, with Green Bay. Again, Green Bay's look good, too. I ain't going to act like they haven't, but tell me why you're picking them.
I think so, and this is, I feel like it's not crazy. Did you see the way that he was acting on Thursday? He was mad at his team. He was mad at them boys.
Dude, did you like when his offensive lineman tackled him?
And he got up and like shoved him?
Yeah.
Like, dude.
I'd be pissed too, though, man.
It's not like he meant it. He was just excited. After
yeah.
he did his little Mario jump.
Then he got wiped.
Dude.
I know, that's lame.
Yeah. No, but so he did that little jump, got wiped, and then he got up and like pushed him and started yelling at his teammate.
Yeah.
So like, that's like prime last year with him on the Jets. You know what I mean? He was doing that all the time. So maybe that's because
that's his MO.
I've always thought that Aaron Rodgers is super arrogant.
Yeah,
not always. After the first Super Bowl,
I've always not liked him. I mean, for whatever reason, I just think. I know I've always been jealous of Green Bay that they had 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks play in a row. Now a third, it looks like. Mm-hmm. So it's like, not that Denver hasn't had our fair share of good quarterbacking, but
we'll have 3.
Yeah. Bo was gonna win it this year, buddy. I had to bring the ice out again. I have to show it one more time because it's so beautiful. Look at that Super Bowl 50 ring.
Why didn't you wear all of them? Where are all of them?
They're in my room. Yeah, but I don't know. I like obviously I like all of them, but I like the 3. So when we get 4, I'll wear that one instead of this one. See, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, no, but
Broncos look good.
I think
no,
the Steelers are like fundamentally like that was a hard loss because they played their hearts out during that game. That was a fun game to watch. But yeah, no, I think Green Bay is going to recover from their scary game and get back to playing Green Bay ball.
Yeah.
That's why I picked them.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to do it for me to win this week. It's going to happen. It's going to happen, and then the confetti will show. And when you watch back the episode, you're going to be pissed.
But if I get the other 2, then you're still behind the 8 ball.
Yeah.
Which is going to happen.
Yeah.
You said yeah.
No, but as for the Broncos this week, I'm a little nervous about Dallas.
I am too.
CeeDee Lamb's back this week too.
He was back last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had an 80-yard touchdown.
My fault.
Yeah, he was supposed to be out last week, but he came back.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm not worried about him. Their tight end, dude. I forget his name. What's his name? Ferguson. He's had more catches in the first 7 weeks than any tight end in NFL history. And I'm serious, NFL history. And we can't cover a tight end to save our butts from anything, dude. And so it's like, I hope Sternad's on him, but I'd rather put PS2 on him. Seriously.
At this point, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even playing.
We were getting burned all week.
Yeah.
Last week or all week, all day last.
Put Sertan on him.
Yeah.
And then just, I mean, he's the best player. And again, CeeDee Lamb is a little hurt still, but he's obviously really good when he's. I mean, he's an All-Pro when he's not hurt, and Pickens is okay too. The George Pickens, he's all right. But yeah, I think honestly, I think this game this week is going to be the toughest game that we have for the next month.
Because who do we have after? We have
Houston.
Yeah. Okay.
And then Las Vegas in Denver.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Yeah. No, those aren't.
Complete side note, did you see the drama with Russ and Sean Payton?
Oh, that was
Dude,
awesome.
it's so funny. No way he hashtag let's ride. Dude, I was cracking up. Sean Payton literally said, I don't think he meant it that way, but he was like, man, I wish they didn't start him before they played us. You know, like, oh, I wish they would have started Russ because we would have eaten him up.
Yeah.
Which there was a point in the game on Sunday where Jackson Dart got hurt, and I was like, this is how we win. This is how we win.
It was in the third quarter.
Dude, and I love Russ on the sideline. I think that is so funny because he never takes his helmet off.
Yeah.
Like as if he's going to go in.
Like a dork.
Yeah, like that's some like high school varsity, like, you know what I mean? Like I've seen that guy literally before in my life where he's like, I got to stay ready the whole game. The whole game, 60 minutes, the whole game, 4 quarters.
Shout out to any Gators, John Cheveria. That's who used to do that, but on our team.
Nah, dude. And I'm like, dude, just take your helmet off.
Yeah.
Like, what do you? Then.
Well, we weren't allowed to in high school either.
Yeah.
Or I would have.
Same. Oh, dude, I would have. I hated wearing my helmet.
Oh, dude, but, my hair needs water.
But you know what I mean? Like us fellas would be messing around on the sideline and goofing off and watching the plays and whatnot. And then there's those real like stand-up guys that think that they're the best on the team.
They think we're at war.
Yeah, and they're standing there.
Yeah.
Waiting to go in, not talking to anybody, just in the zone. Which that's cool.
That is cool.
Come on, man, we're playing high school ball. You know what I mean? Come on, Russ. There's no way you're starting.
Or if it's real, it's cool. But if it's an act like Russ, it's kind of phony. Yeah,
absolutely.
And that was good. And then he's like, "What are you gonna do, Bounty Gate on Twitter 15 years later?" Tough guy.
Hashtag let's ride.
Tough guy.
Wild. Hey man, at least Sean Payton has a job right now.
Dude, the NFL, when we hired him, I was like, that could be a problem. But man, we're getting penalized up the ass every week, man. Seriously, and I think it's like phony crap too, like that pass interference call. We keep getting bad calls because Sean Payton's our coach. It's like Goodell hates him, dude, and so I think we're getting raw calls because Sean Payton's our coach. And now I'm like, man, what if that costs us the Super Bowl? Seriously, what if we get a call in the AFC Championship game or the Super Bowl where it's like, just because you don't like Sean Payton.
These refs this week, I hate saying that because I hate sounding like,
every week we're like, that's stupid to say.
I hate being that guy that's like, oh, these refs. Dude.
Seriously.
Dude. I forget. I think we were 8, maybe 10, 11 penalties for 187 yards. You know what I mean? Like some outlandish number of yards. And then it was really that pass interference. Well, no, it was the roughing the passer, which makes me mad. I hate that.
I think that was a penalty. I mean, it was ticky tack, but still.
But you can't
that pass interference, dude. I have never seen pass interference called in the last 2 minutes like that ever in 51 years of watching football.
Well, the way it happened too was they were both turned around trying to catch.
And he turned around and he was pulling on our guy's jersey.
Yeah, he was hugging him.
Yeah,
our guy.
Yeah,
and then they called it.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Now, here's one thing that I saw about Riley Moss today. Speaking of our guy, he has the least amount of completions percentage against him than any other cornerback in the NFL. It seems like he allows 85
burns him,
85% of the passes, but he only allows 39% of the passes to be completed against him. So if that's our weak link, that's pretty good.
But I guess I'm excited for Dallas. Dak Prescott, he's all right.
He's good, man.
Well, no.
And Javante's coming back to Denver. Ooh. Javante sucks, but he's going to have 150 yards this game. Watch.
I think it's going to be fun. Something that I saw today was last year, I think we had 25 or 30 takeaways in the whole season. I think we're at 2.
I know. That's weird.
So I think that our boys are going to step it up for that, for that fact. I mean, we're killing it with sacks.
Yeah. And pressures, quarterback pressures and sacks. We like the all-time great team so far. But no turnovers. It's been kind of weird.
Yeah,
we've had a couple special teams ones though, and that's they don't count those, in the stats for defense, obviously. But it's gonna if we lose this game, we're not gonna lose many more after this. But I think we still win it.
Yeah, I think boys got to rally up. Monix looked exciting, and that's something that somebody was telling me the other day, or I think Jason. Shout out Jason. I think he was telling me like the boys are fired up now.
Yeah.
after a win like that, after feeling the loss for 3 quarters and then coming back, rallying together. It does something to a team. It does something to the room. You know, yeah, all of us, even at the bar, we were all
Yeah.
like, nah, all right,
Yeah.
this sucks. And uh, even watching the games, it's like, well, okay, like, but then that getting us rallied up and fired up, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna be all right.
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see us not being all right. But all right. So next week, son, we're gonna do definitely have the Halloween episode for the podcast. Are we still thinking about doing the After Dark sometime next week too, or probably the week after?
Probably, I'll get back to you.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see how the schedule looks, just
Mm-hmm.
because you're working and once we get into your work week, there's not a lot of time
Yeah,
that we can actually sit down and do it.
and then life is just lifing
Yeah.
all the time.
Eventually, we're gonna have to stop and
Mm-hmm.
say this, but this week is not that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. No, we'll get that going at some point.
So. All right. Well, let's wrap it up. I just want to send a shout out to all of my Republican friends. I wasn't talking about you again. I always have to give that disclaimer. I was talking about conservatives that are buying into Trumpism, and most real conservatives don't. That's all I was saying. And so we're not trying to get canceled. I'm not trying to lose friends. I've lost enough friends already over that kind of stuff, and vice versa. But what I'm really saying is if we as a country get back to that 80%, because again, most of us are in that 80%, will be more than fine.
I think what you should say it is, it's fine to like Trump. It's fine to support Trump. But when he says the sky is red and you believe him, then there's a problem.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's
it really
so
does boil down to that.
Yeah, and to oversimplify something that's so like what we deal with every day.
No.
Not every day, but to oversimplify something so like what feels like a lot. No, as long as you could say that he can be wrong, just like anybody can be wrong, then I think you're doing everything right.
Yeah.
You could support him. Just when he does something wrong, that's got to be accounted for too.
That's a nice way to end this episode, son. But yeah, I wanted to, because I did, when I had said it at the time, I felt, oh, that was kind of jerky. So I wanted to take.
But and that's the thing too. I think most of them, and that's what I was saying earlier. I think most of MAGA thinks that way too.
Yeah.
They support him. They like him.
Yeah.
But if he said the sky was red,
yeah.
I disagree.
So I'm not necessarily taking it back, but I am apologizing if I sounded terse, because I didn't mean to.
No, I don't think it was bad.
Okay, good. Well, that'll wrap up this episode. It was a good episode, son. I'm glad we came out. Next week will be our Halloween episode. We will be going over our top 5 Halloween movies for AJ and for myself. We're going to be going over a lot of the traditions, because we've had a lot of good fun Halloween traditions,
and maybe some spooky stories, because we have plenty of those.
Oh yeah, we have some spooky stories, pretend and real. There's, and we'll get into it next week. It'll be actually a fun episode, and maybe we'll even cut some lights and get real scary in here. I doubt it, but we'll probably just be sitting here like this. But it'll be fun. But again, thanks for tuning in this week, and give us a like, give us a subscribe, tell your friends, let us know. Let's get past that algorithm so we can really, really break out and get this this center of America stuff going. I'm Edward, and this is my son Aristotle. On behalf of the Casso podcast, thank you, and have a good night.